do one of these right. Yeah. A lot of times the corners are low, so it's hard to get in there using the knife like you're supposed to use it. I just throw that guy to the side. Ah! It's real easy to get bugs all over you. But I'm certainly not as good as a professional, but it gets better with time. You don't want to put a lot on. You want to scrape most of it off. That's really the best advice I can give you. This is certainly less is better. Of course, it may take several coats, but that's just the way that it is. You don't want to have to sand on it for a week if you don't have to. And it's very easy to put too much. And, you know, end up with something like this. It's much more difficult to flatten. So, if you can get away with several thin coats, you'll be much happier in the end. I've seen guys put their knife straight up and down and scrape everything off. I don't always do that, but sometimes it may be necessary. Here's a tip. I try to, anywhere I have a hole, it doesn't matter how big or small, I try to press it in where there's no sheetrock paper poking out, because when you have something poking above the surface, it'll make a bump, and then that bump will be the size of your knife. Boop! And you'll end up with something worse than what you started with. Instead of a tiny hole, you'll have a huge line of mud that's higher than the surface. So that whole line of mud will have to be sanded. Boop. Now, if this doesn't, it's never gonna cover in one coat, so usually it's gonna take 2 or 3. So don't worry about it. Just a lot of times I'll push on one side to taper an edge and come back over. But I'm gonna try to keep it as thin as possible. My knife's so old, it's got grooves worn in it, so I always have the same edge. That's just because I don't know why, but maybe because it's been used as a scraper before. Who knows? With me, it's all possible. Man, that's not good. But I think that's gonna have to do, because that corner was low, I believe. I think I won't do it again. Because that's probably okay down there. Let's see if I can do it. And just kind of, not really. Maybe right here. No, that looks really a lot worse. Let's try it. So, I'll have to come back and get some of these low spots, but I'm trying to build it up a little bit because it was a little bit low. a low area right here, a valley. So that's going to be thicker because I want to bring it, I'll make it a little more, flat like the rest of the wall instead of having that valley there. Really long right through there. So I'm going to try to put one end of the knife on the edge of the wall and then try to just fill it. I'm not too worried about how smooth it is on this pad. Just trying to fill it with mud and keep my knife on the edge of the wall because that's the level I want. But from here to there, I want to fill it with mud. I'll come back and pull it again. And where it's really low, it'll stay. That's not horribly bad, but there. Those bubbles. I'll be able to cover those up in the next one. Applying pressure to the left side right here to try to taper this off at the wall. And it makes a really nice smooth edge, but it's gonna mess up the middle. I may come down the middle one more time and try to flatten out my blade as much as I can and go as fast as I can. It makes it a little smoother. There we go. That's better. That's a little better anyway. And I can't get it. Yeah. Let's deal with this. There we go. Oh God. A little harsh edge right here. And it's really difficult to get it all when it's kind of everywhere. Places had wallpaper, because people sort of scrape and dig wallpaper, end up digging into the wall a little bit, make a little whale. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little more in there. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the bottom of this where we can get